Hello. What's up? Yes, so yesterday we had off from school, and I'm pretty sure, I know I did. I had a seizure, and I think it's my full seizure now. So before I would always have grand malls, as you see in videos. They would always be, I would go out, and then people in this world would have to deal with me, and then I would come back into the situation. Now, yesterday was enough, a year and a half after surgery, where it's been about, I would say, I have them all written down. I would say probably 7, uh, well, let me clarify that, like 7 to 9 experiences total. I would say at least 3 heavy, heavy ones like yesterday. That's why I think now I know that that's his full blast. Because I was laying down in bed, not near my medication, my recovery medication or anything. And again, I'm always pretty uh, aware of it. My tells are pretty hot. And I was laying down, and all of a sudden, I felt it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna wait it out. I could tell it wasn't gonna be full, or at least I could tell I wasn't going all the way into the darkness. So I just paid attention, and I have what again I have done before, but last night I got to, or yesterday, I got to pay attention and just ride the whole thing out. So I have that. Not my fingers, but a little bit. But that sound, there's always a clicking. So once I go off, I always go to my left. Now, before the surgery, left would be all the way into the full seizure. Now I just turn a little, and again, I was totally in control. Here came my tells. Knew it was going to happen. Just waited, did it, and again, then the sound, which is more or less that noise. It's not a full click, but it kinda sounds like a meat slapping, and it might be. It might actually be my hand doing something. I do have a bruise, but, it seems like it's enough of it's just my consciousness clicking. So, basically, but I was still aware here the whole time, and then as usual, as I focus back in, that's when I can tell how far out I was. So, now there's nothing on the wall anyway. There's only one, I shouldn't say that. There's only a mirror. There's not like a bunch of paintings and hangings and stuff that all had to, like, come into this world. Uh, I don't necessarily remember looking at the mirror anyway, though. So I was looking at a blank, empty part of the wall. So me snapping all the way back in was really just of when the sound stopped. Again, I don't click or anything. I don't bite my tongue. I don't twitch. I should say I don't twitch. Uh, I don't bite my tongue, and then there's nothing there for that. Uh, So, again, once the clicking stopped, I was aware the whole time. So it was yeah, I wouldn't say coming out, my full blast now. If I didn't have one going all the way out last night, now that there's been about 8 total, and all the other ones were less, um, about 5 to 7 were less, way, way less than that. And then again, about 3 heavy ones, yesterday being the most aware of the clicking happening, and again, but still seeing this whole world here. Uh, I never went all the way over. So it was actually, again, they're always usually interesting, but usually I just go into the darkness. But paying attention yesterday was really wild. Because again, now this is all comes down to again, I don't have the same insurance, so I don't really have the luxury of should I go get the surgeries again. So now, say whatever you win the lottery, some area because they feel bad for you, and you can. Now, do you do it again? Again, there was already enough pressure having your brain worked on and pieces of your brain removed as a decision. It didn't work 100%, but it worked. Clearly, it works somewhat. And they were, again, they were always well versed in covering their asses on how well this may or may not work. But so it did work somewhat. Enough the hope was there, but now do we do it again? Again, I don't have the insurance, the same one I did then. And I'm sure you can tell brain surgery ain't cheap. So would I do it again? I don't know. That's not neither here nor there. But yesterday it was wild to pay attention to it. Uh, and again, now for all we know, they also said it could take a while to fully latch. Now, I'm sure a year and a half having any kind of clicking isn't good. Uh, but again, it's like any other muscle. They did say it might take a little while to know if it worked or not. I'm pretty sure we're past that point. But it did work somewhat. So yeah, so that's all. Thank you. It was uh, it was really wild. I mean, again, if you could bottle that and sell it, you'd be pretty rich because it was again, unless you had seizures, I don't think you could ever understand that. Um, Uninduced seizures without going fully over and paying attention to half of this world clicking, but knowing the real world is still here.